Hello, and welcome back to Do You Watch Anime? My name is Adam Corky, and today I'm joined with
It Girl Froppy.
Yay!
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome. So glad to have you on.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So if you're new to the show, this is a podcast where I sit down with a friend, a family member, anyone willing, some guy from the street, and ask them, do you watch anime? And we go from there. So, Froppy, do you watch anime?
I do. Yeah,
You do.
I do.
Yeah, it's kind of in your username.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So I start off every podcast kind of the same. How did you get into anime?
So when I was younger, I started with kind of like the classic stuff I think all kids did because it was on like freaking YTV or Teletoon or whatever it was on.
Yeah.
Like Sailor Moon, Pokemon, Inuyasha, that stuff.
Yeah.
And then because my dad was really like, he liked it. And then I had cousins that were into it too. So I watched it from there. But then I kind of got out of it for a while and then got back into it in high school with a lot of like shoujo animes.
Hell yeah.
Like Fruits Basket and
Fuck yeah.
I watched Clanad and
wow.
yeah,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Shit.
And then I got out of it again. And then I got back into it during COVID, and that's when I really went full out weeb.
Yeah.
Like full
Fuck yeah.
cosplaying, only watching anime, really nothing else.
Yeah.
Full. The tism really came out, and I was like, this is all I care about now.
Yeah. This is my new personality. So when you okay. So how did you find like Fruits Basket, Clanad? How did you find that? Was it just like the internet, or how did that come about?
So it was actually it was my high school boyfriend actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was kind of like an emo guy. So he
Of
so
course.
when we had gotten together, I was like, "Oh, like this was the anime I liked
Yeah.
when I was like younger and stuff." And he was like, "Oh, this is stuff I like. We should watch it together." So we watched the original Fruits Basket because again, this was I don't know, 2013, 2014. So we watched that and I was like, "Okay, this is incredible."
Fuck yeah.
Kyo's just like the love of my life in Yasha. Like, this is amazing.
Oh.
This is great, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, this is perfect. And then from there, he's like, okay. And he played piano. So he loved like things like Clanad and stuff with like the good music.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, now let's watch this one. And then we watched like, I think Your Lie in April and like
Fuck
things like all the sad ones.
Yeah, of course.
He was like a sad guy.
I want to feel something,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah. So I got into it from that.
Okay.
I might have found it on my own, but I was into I was into like J-pop idols
Okay, yeah.
at the time, so I wasn't really looking into that stuff.
Yeah.
Really? But then he was like, "Oh, like you like these pretty girls and doing a dance routine in a pretty dress. Why don't we watch this too?" I'm like, "Okay, sure." So, but yeah, that's how I got into it, and then I stayed with Fruits Basket. I watched it, I think 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
Even after we watched it one time together, and then when we broke up, I was like, let me watch this
in spite.
Yeah, in spite. I did a lot of stuff in spite because I was like, because I you kind of start to like associate things with people.
Yeah.
And I was like, Fruits Basket was the one that I was like, this was really good. It really stuck with me.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no fucking no shot. I'm associating this with anyone but myself because I freaking love Fruits Basket. So I watched it a couple times because I freaking loved it.
Yeah. So
the
good.
other ones I haven't seen since. I would like to watch Clanad again. That one was really good.
Yeah, I've heard it's like the saddest shit. Like especially Clanad After Story.
Yeah, it was.
That is like crying porn.
It was
like
fucked. It was fucked. It was
Yeah.
really sad. Am I swearing too much? Is this okay?
No, I swear all the fucking time.
I love to drop an F-bomb. I think it's
Yeah.
such a good word.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But anyways.
So from there, you said college, right?
Oh yeah, and so we I would have been in high school, so that was
Okay.
grade 12.
Okay.
And then in college, so I I dropped out of college very early. and then my last week in college, I knew I had already dropped out, but I had a week left in residence.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'm not going to fucking go to class. I dropped out. So what am I going to do? So I started rewatching Digimon. And I was like, this is, I think it's because this was around the time, I know Netflix had been around.
Yeah.
But I had gotten Netflix, and Netflix had Digimon on it.
Yeah.
And I was watching Digimon while playing Webkins. Okay, this is what I did for a week.
Oh my fucking God.
And then this is why, because we were talking about this last night, that I was like, this dub is amazing.
Yeah.
All the puns, like these freaking little Digimon are so freaking funny.
Oh yeah.
And I was just having a riot because I watched Death Note 2 in college.
Okay.
I did that one as well.
Yeah.
But Digimon, I was like, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is so good. I was having such a good time with that one. And then but then I did drop out, and then I was not in a great place after that.
Yeah.
So then everything that was good and fun and happy was kind of put on the back burner for like a minute there.
Yeah, I gotta pause my Webkins account.
Oh, that one did not get paused. She got used. But like, I didn't really watch anything fun for a hot minute.
God damn.
A hot minute. Like, I had my classics. I did keep up with some things. Like, I can remember. I know for me, my time period of this is dropping out of college to meeting my boyfriend when I was like, I met him at 20. So there's like 2 years there. I think the only things I can really remember watching was Digimon, Danganronpa.
Oh, wow. Oh my God. Wow.
I don't remember why I watched it. I think it was on like one of those like anime sites at the time where you would like, it's like the illegal streaming ones.
Yeah.
I don't remember why that one caught my eye. And then Inuyasha, like the final act.
Okay, yeah.
I watched those. I watched the final act, I think 3 times in a week. I was like, this is the best shit that's ever happened to me. I mean, now.
Yeah.
So,
like, I get that. That's valid.
I don't think there was really anything else in that time. And but then I started some more, because then when my boyfriend and I got together, we watched more anime. But again, I wasn't as deep into it until COVID.
Yeah.
Like, we watched Black Clover. Love Black Clover. I recommend it. Everyone watch Black Clover. It's really good. We watched Black Clover. I had never seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. We watched that one.
Yep.
Slade. It was like a lot of his faves that he liked, so we watched. And then COVID hit. We were both home for like 2-3 months, still getting paid from work.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then that's when I went full out weeb. Full freaking weeb.
God damn. So what did you guys like start with? Like full off the hop, like COVID, you're home. Like what was the first like, okay, we're going to watch this?
My Hero Academia.
Okay.
So he was already watching it. I knew about it. He had told me he was watching it. I wasn't interested at all. He had told me the premise of it. I was like, whatever. I really don't. I didn't really care for it.
Okay.
It wasn't my thing. Because I was watching Voltron.
Oh, okay.
And that's what he was watching. But then I think I've said this story, not like obviously anywhere, but I think I've tweeted it and stuff. But I went into, because he had like an office and he had a couch behind the office. So I would sit there with my laptop and watch Voltron. And he'd be there playing freaking World of Warcraft, one screen, other screen, watching My Hero. And I see Endeavor on the screen. And I'm like, who's that? He's like, no, babe, we don't like him. We don't like him. And I'm like,
why?
He's like, he's bad. He's bad. I'm like, I think that's for me to decide. So then I did a little pause on Voltron. And I was like, let me type in My Hero Academia, Crunchyroll. Yeah. And then I watched all up to what it was. I think it was season 3.
Okay.
In the week.
In a week?
I sat there and
holy shit.
I watched the whole thing. And
God damn.
Yeah, from there, I was hyper fixated on My Hero for I think a year and a half.
I mean,
of COVID. So,
I mean, I get it.
But It Girl Froppy, so it makes sense. But yeah, so Endeavor was my, he was the start for me.
That's insane.
But we watched a bunch more during that, but My Hero was that was my big one, so.
Wow. That's, Jesus. I didn't know that Endeavor was your like gateway.
Yeah.
Wow. So, okay, it is a hot take to like Endeavor. A little bit. I think it's getting better now that like people are now watching and seeing the growth that Endeavor has had, which is incredible. Thank God. Because he was a piece of shit.
Yeah. Like I'm definitely like, I'm not like a as big of a, I think because I like him so much, a lot of people are like, oh, like that's kind of weird. He was this bad dad. Why do you defend him? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But like he has so much growth and he changes so much and he works and does so much to be better. And you don't see that in a lot of with a lot of other characters and a lot of other shows. And even with what's happening right now in like the manga, like look at like with freaking Bakugo and Deku, like there's not nearly as much growth and change and development, but we're supposed to like that and care about that more and accept that more than Endeavor.
Yeah, that's
like and I think many people still hate him, and I'm like, get over it. Yeah, get over it.
Yeah,
get over it.
I think his arc is one of like, if not the best in the show, because of like you can see like even like the little things like changing like within him, and I think that's really awesome, like, because we don't get a lot of that in anime. It's kind of like, if you're evil, you're evil, you know, and it's we don't get a lot of nuance in that regard. So I think that like his whole arc is fucking fantastic. Yeah, and I think the whole fucking fandom is scary. It's
really taken me out of it.
Oh, 100%. Like, it's still my favorite anime and like my favorite series, but like I don't associate with that. I'm like, we don't talk about that. But like when someone like I see on Twitter or wherever the fuck is like, oh, liking Endeavor is a red flag. I'm like, not anymore.
No,
like,
it makes me, I get very irritated by it. Yeah. Cause like then you see characters that have like, I know they do so much shitty bad stuff, and they don't do anything to redeem themselves, and you're just supposed to accept that they do one thing in the very end. Like you look at Sasuke in Naruto, right? Like he
100%
is a crazy horrible war criminal. He finds out that what he's doing isn't for anything wrong. He finds out all the reasons why Itachi was doing what he did. He decides to keep being horrible, crazy, shitty anyways, go against Itachi's wishes, and then causes him and freaking like the war is caused because of it. And then in the end, he's like, oh, oops. Maybe just my love for my bestie will be what saves me. Yeah. And everyone's like, oh my God, it's amazing. I love him. You know, like it's like, and that's like every character that has like it seems to be that's how it is for most characters that are, I guess, nuanced and not good, not bad. They're like a gray character. Yeah. Once they become quote unquote good or redeemed, it happens like that. Yeah. Like they're shitty. Oh, we forgive them now. Yeah. And there's no growth. You don't see it. And I love it with the Todorokis because you see it with the family. Yeah. Like you see him working for it. You see the family like not accepting it. And then like they're trying their best to, but it's hard for them because of everything.
Which is
and it's
valid.
Yeah. Like, and it's nice to see because that's like, it's real. It seems relatable. Yeah. And Endeavor is not like, he doesn't give up. Yeah. Because his family is not. Like he literally says, like, I understand if you can't ever forgive me, but I'm going to keep trying to be better. Yeah. But you don't see that with other stuff. No. But everyone still hates him for it.
It's fucking, well, it's just, I'm going to get, we're going to get heat on this fucking episode. But like when people are like, oh my God, Dobby's so like, oh my God. I'm like, he is horrible.
I hate him. I hate him
so much.
I hate him.
Like the only like part that I'm like, oh, that's sick is his like the reveal. Yeah.
That was cool, but like
that was cool. But
even I hate him. And then I can't stand. So obviously like they're like the two big, I guess. So like their people ship, you know, like Hawks and Endeavor. Yeah. And they ship Hawks and Dobby. Yeah. That one I can't fucking stand. Yeah. Like Dobby literally like friggin' burns his wings off, and people are like, oh, like they're so cute together. They clearly have a secret romance. Yeah. I'm like, and like he freaking hurts him. Yeah. And like he hurts people, and he does this because of his daddy issues. Yeah. Because his dad didn't want him to kill himself with his powers. Literally. Like again, Endeavor didn't go about it the right way. No, but that's just not his. He wasn't the best dad. He didn't have the best parenting style. Yeah. But your response isn't to kill people. Yeah. Like that's not the response.
Just go to therapy.
Go to therapy.
Yeah.
talk to you, like figure it out. Like he had, you know, like you can get help. You can talk to people. You can figure your shit out.
Yeah.
You don't have to go on a killing rampage.
Yeah. Well, it's like I know you love him. Okay, I know you love him, but it's my same feeling with Toji. I know you love him. I get it. I get it. But at the same time, I'm like, this man does not shower. Like, like this man smokes cigarettes and like puts it out on children. Like,
yeah, but that's I kind of like that for him though. You know.
Oh my god.
I like the manly musk.
Yeah, well. In the manga, at least, because Gege's artwork is sometimes like questionable. Like, I love Jujutsu Kaisen, but there's sometimes in the manga I'm like, what are you drawing here?
Yeah, that one, and then Attack on Titan I find hard to read because it was so freaking ugly.
Yeah. It's true. But like, people are like, Toji, and I'm like, this man looks like shit. Like the way Mappa like animated him, I'm like, perfect. They know what they were doing. They knew who they were, you know, going towards. But in the manga, my God, that man looks like flies like just are around him at all times. Like, God, I'm just.
But I don't know. Like I think he's a hottie, but I do think he's for sure stinky.
Oh yeah.
Also, I love that Dobby's canonly stinky too.
Well, yeah, because he's burnt. Like he's that's burnt flesh. Yeah, like of course he's gonna. Like
why? I don't know why anyone thinks he's freaking sexy or hot. I just
no. He's got nice hair. That's about it.
Yeah. I can't.
God.
I can't.
It's also most of the like bad guys that I can't be like.
No, yeah, I get that.
Like, okay. Except for in My Hero, what's his name? Guy with the mask. Fuck.
Like it starts with an R.
Yeah,
right?
I think so. I don't know. Guy with the mask. He's the magician.
Yeah.
Mr. Compress. That's it.
Thank you.
He took his mask off, and I'm like, hello.
Yeah, he was really cute. Yeah.
God damn. I was like,
but even he's not the same level of like evil. You know.
No.
Like it's still not great to be like a bystander involved and be putting these kids in these little things, you know, and kidnapping them. That's not great.
Yeah.
But he's not committing quite as many crimes, you know, not as much murder and senseless murder just to be like, look what I did because of you, daddy. Yeah. Like,
well, Shigaraki's the same way. Yeah. It's like, you know, fuck you, dad.
Yeah.
I got a better dad now.
It's just so nutty.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like it's one thing to like him, but I cannot handle when people are like pro Dobby but anti Endeavor. That's when I'm like, you just don't have any, like, you're not reading it right. Yeah. You don't have like, you clearly don't have like, oh my God, what's the word I'm thinking right now? Critical thinking. Thank you. There's no critical thinking going on because you're not getting the context I think you're supposed to be getting.
And like, because it's something we haven't really seen in anime or manga, like mainstream, because it's always like cut and dry. Because we have like the Dragon Balls, we have the, you know, kind of like I said, cut and dry characters that are like, this is your character type, you're gonna play it perfectly. Yeah. Right. Like I think if I'm thinking shonen, like the main big shonens. Like, of course, One Piece has, like, incredible character arcs and shit. And, like, that doesn't count. I'm counting, like, Dragon Ball. Piccolo is the only one that has, like, layers. Like, and kind of Vegeta. But, like, yeah. There isn't anything we've seen like that in, like, before. No. And I fucking love that. And yet, it sucks.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think people need to take their own like biases out and again just view them as a character in a story, because then again these same people will watch things like Danganronpa or read things like Killing Stalking and be like, oh, that's fine because like I don't actually condone it. I'm like, me liking Endeavor doesn't mean I condone being a bad freaking dad. Yeah. Like it's just it's crazy, but it's like again they're putting their own freaking daddy issues into it, so they just can't watch it objectively. Yeah. But because they don't, I don't know, kill and stalk people. It's easier for them to watch shit like that than it is to watch My Hero Academia and Endeavor. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't get it. Because for me, I have a hard time watching stuff with like that. Like, I don't know. Have you ever seen Killing Stalking or read it?
What is it?
It's basically, I think it was like a manhwa.
Okay.
It was about this guy who's gay and he's into this one dude.
Okay.
And he stalks him and he breaks into his house and he goes into his basement. In his basement, the guy has like a girl like tied up and she's like dying,
What
right? And then so the guy, he ends up, the dude that was stalking him, he's like, oh, you actually kind of look like my mother. I am going to keep you in my house and like basically freaking Stockholm syndrome you into being my mother boyfriend figure. And it's like this weird like psychosexual
what the fuck
thing. Yeah. And so many people are like, they love it. So many people like it. They cosplay them. They cosplay from it. And like, that's okay, but it's not okay to be like, I love Endeavor.
That's Jesus
like, I couldn't
Christ.
like that to me. I was like, this is so crazy and weird.
Yeah.
So crazy and weird.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't care because it's fiction. It's fake. I don't give a fuck what people like, whatever.
Yeah.
Do what you do, but don't then get mad at me for wanting to make sex on Endeavor. Don't get mad at me for that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. That's fucked.
Yeah, I don't recommend it.
No.
It's not for the weak of heart.
No.
I couldn't get through the whole thing.
Understandable.
I didn't think it was going to be as freaking nutty as it was.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, because I was like,
damn.
oh, the main guy is like he's kind of a hottie.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, this is weird. And I was like, oh, this is weird. I was like, oh,
This is really weird.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Yeah. Well, it's like when I think I explained it on the podcast, or I forget because we're at like episode 12 now. There's this like romance anime called Mysterious Girlfriend X, and so it's basically he gets addicted to her spit.
Oh.
Yeah, he tries her spit and gets sick, and because he goes through withdrawal, which is great. And there are people online who's like, this is the best romance I've ever seen, and I'm like, have you seen like anything else?
It's so funny to see other people's like favorite
I know
animes. And so I went to on Thanksgiving. So I have a cousin that's like a weeb, right?
Yeah.
So we went to her like apartment.
Yeah.
Total weeb out, right? Everything very weeby.
Love
so
it.
her two favorite animes are Black Butler and what's the one you have it over there? It has like the raccoon girl and the guy with the sword.
Oh, Shield Hero.
Yeah, Shield Hero.
That's so. Oh
I
my
know those
God.
are her two favorites.
Oh my God. Well, at first when you said Black Butler, I was like, oh God. That's another fandom that fucking scares me. That's coming back as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Shield Hero. Oh.
Which I haven't seen that one. My boyfriend has, and he said it's very kind of like weird fan servicey. I think another kind of like.
It depends. I think the first season is really good.
Mm-hmm.
The second season put me to sleep, and the third season is airing right now, and it's apparently really good.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think because from
Actually,
what I remember,
this guy's from Shield Hero.
Hi. From what I remember him explaining, I think like the little raccoon girl was like a little girl, and then she like grows up really fast, and she's like, "I'm in love with you."
Yeah,
and the dude like raised
that's
her, so
one of the
people are
things
like,
that
"This
I'm
is
like,
Sussy Baka."
Yeah, because the leveling up system is so like basically when you level up, you age.
Oh, so they're like in a game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a isekai. So he he figures out it's like a video game.
Yeah.
And so he buys her because she is a slave. Because of course, welcome to Isekai in 2023 or 2019. I don't know when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he buys her, trains her, and then she gets to like level whatever, and she becomes, she gets better and she gets
hotter. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah.
And there are parts where I'm like, because she still has the maturity sometimes but like other times she's more mature than him, and then I think it's good. It's a good isekai. It's not my favorite.
Yeah, I
like the character designs.
couldn't imagine it as a favorite, but love that for her.
Yeah, I was like, God damn.
But again, people might feel that about me and my favorite being Black Clover.
So okay, we're gonna get into that. So sell me on Black Clover because I haven't seen it.
Okay, so again, the only reason, like, I don't know, because I never had this when I watched it, but I've had a couple people say that they weren't able to get into Black Clover at first because, like, Asta, his dub and sub voice actors are pretty, like, he's a pretty loud, yelly guy.
Oh yeah.
So that was like the only complaint I've ever heard. But basically, like, so Black Clover, it's set in kind of like a medieval time period, and they're wizards. They fight with magic. But the main character, Asta, he doesn't have magic. He can't use it. So he, like, trains and trains and trains to, like, to be strong because he's like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to be able to do it. I'm going to do this, whatever. But he can't. He never does. And instead, he ends up getting, like, they use grimoires to, like, get their magic.
Yep.
He gets a grimoire that gives him the power of, like, anti-magic.
Oh, okay.
So what he has this huge heavy sword that no one else can carry but basically him because he's been training for years. So someone will be like, ooh, magic attack, and he's like, boop, and the sword cuts it in half, takes it out because
the
anti-magic, right? So everyone thinks he's this, like, and it's one of those anime too where, like, the common people are weaker. Yeah. And all of, like, the royalty and the royal people have stronger magic. So everyone looks down on him because he not only has no magic, but he's an orphan and a commoner. Yeah. So they're like, but he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I'm going to be, like, you know how Luffy's like, I'm going to be the king of the pirates. He's like, I'm going to be the wizard king.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's his thing. Yeah. And he just kicks freaking butt. He's so cool, so fun, so cute. And then he's in his crew, the Black Bulls. All of them so slay, so cunty, so fun. All have such great magic, so cool. And my favorite thing about Black Clover is that each character is so well developed, and especially the girls. The girls all get their own arcs. They're so, like, full on arcs, like full, like, fucking 10 fucking episodes, like full arcs to, like, really explain them and explain what's going on, explain their powers. And especially the main girl, Noelle, she gets so, like, multiple shit for just her. And it's nothing, like, she might have, like, one thing where she's inspired by, like, Asta's, like, tenacity to become stronger, but it's nothing like, oh, I'm doing this for him to get his attention, for like whatever, to, like, protect him, for anything like that. It's all for herself because her family looked down on her too because she couldn't control her magic and she was royalty. So they were like, you're a piece of shit loser, we hate you, go die. So yeah, it was really tough for her. Love that. But she does everything to make herself stronger and show her family that she's like, fuck you guys, look at me now. But, like, she's such a badass. She's so cool. And just all the women are so developed, which you don't see that in any shonen. Like, again, I love my hero, but I don't give a fuck about Ochako. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, but
she gets better, like, in the, like, later
but even then, I almost wish that, like, I wish that Deku cared more about her.
Yeah, because I think it would have. One of the things that I'm like, okay, if they're supposed to be, you know, what they're, you know, like, gonna do, he should probably think about her more.
Yeah, because, like, the one thing that I think would have been so much more meaningful is when she says that she's going to hide her feelings from Deku and just work on being, like, a hero or whatever. He doesn't know and doesn't care. No. Because he doesn't really know or care about her. He only is thinking about fucking Bakugo and Todoroki. Right? So, like, she has this insightful, big, meaningful moment for herself that goes unnoticed to everyone around her. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So, like, at least if there was something going on with them, and if he was, like, maybe, like, if they had a moment, she was like, I can't, you know, hang out with you or be with you or whatever because I need to be stronger and work on myself and do this for my family. Or, you know, like, or just, or at least if everyone would have, more people would have known. Yeah. Just, no one seems to be there and see it when she has anything happening. But that always seems to happen in shown with girls. Yeah. Like, freaking no one's there when anything good happens for freaking Sakura. Nope. No one, like, nothing good happens with, like, I know One Piece is a bit better. They have some more stuff with the girls, but then, like, they look so freaking crazy too. Yeah. Yeah. But, like, I don't know. I love Black Clover because it's just they're just so well.
Well, to be honest,
so
you're
well
actually
developed.
selling me more on this.
It's so good.
So the only thing that's like keeping me from watching it at this point now is the length.
It's because it's on hiatus right now.
Yeah.
So it's what you would be watching to. It's not like you have anything more to catch up to.
Okay.
Because they did one filler arc.
Yeah.
And then they've been on hiatus for I think 2 years now.
Oh wow.
Because they were completely caught up with the manga.
Okay. I'm glad they like.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they came out with a movie.
Because they were doing it like continuously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Crunchyroll fumbled the bag, lost it. So now Netflix has the rights to Black Clover.
Okay.
So they came out with the movie. Mm-hmm. It's all on Netflix now. Mm-hmm. And then, so we'll see what happens from there. But from my understanding, and from my good friend Noah's voice actor, like the movie did really well.
Yeah.
The next season should be coming out. They're saying it's next year.
Okay.
A lot of us hope not, because that's really soon to animate as much as they want to in like 1 year. Because the movie came out this year, and they're like, see, it's like next season coming out like spring 2024. We're like,
that's soon.
That's soon.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But
okay.
And then you know me, I barely watch anything. I read it all. So
yeah.
it's also a quick read too.
Yeah.
But just so many characters, so many ones that are so good. And you would love the Black Bulls. You'd love them. You would. And I know you'd love Luck. There's one guy, Luck. He's a fun guy. He has electrical powers. Ooh. You'd love him. Mm-hmm. He always wants to fight, but he's so cute and fun. You'd love him. You'll love Noelle. You'll love Noelle.
You are actually selling me on this,
it's
and
so
I'm not putting this on for the show. Mm-hmm. Like you were actually okay. I was like, all right.
And then one more great thing.
Yeah.
Is so. You know how every shonen there's always that rivalry that goes on, right?
Yeah.
There's always the main guy and his bestie or his ex-bestie or something that he has this weird rivalry that keeps him going. Yeah. Whatever. You got Naruto and Sasuke, you got frickin' Deku and Bakugo. So Asta and Yuno, they're like actual best freaking friends that love and care about each other. So they're like it's so good. Yeah. Because they'll know that they want to be stronger. They appreciate that the other's stronger. They never talk down about the other. If they do, it's in like a jokey way. It's never serious. It's like, oh, you're looking kind of weak right now. Like you better keep training. Like, like, cause they grew up together. They're basically like, they consider each other almost like brothers, cause they were both found in the same orphanage together. Yeah. Right. But they're always like lifting each other up. Yeah. And then whenever someone else is like, oh, so like Asta's not going to win, Yuno's not going to win. They're like, no, you don't know him. He has this. Like, he's going to do this. He has this in the bag. And then they always want to become stronger and better because both of them want to be the Wizard King. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't make them fight or make them like jealous of each other or upset with anything. It just makes them like motivated to be better and stronger. Yeah. And it's so nice to see because that's like good. Sometimes I'm just here for the power of friendship. Yeah. I fucking love the power of friendship.
I love the power of friendship. That's why I like One Piece so much.
Right?
Yeah.
And Black Clover is so much power of friendship. Mm-hmm. You don't always need to freaking have a
tournament arc.
Yeah.
As much as I love a tournament arc.
Well, this one does have a tournament arc too. but you don't always need to have like a friend who fucked you over or
told you to kill yourself.
You don't always need that. You can just have a buddy that treats you well and loves and respects you for who you are.
I love that.
It's nice. It's really nice.
It took me 3 seasons to get over that comment from Bakugo in the very first episode. When he said, oh, go kill yourself. I was like, whoa, fuck this guy. And then it was like, literally, I'm just like, dude, shut the fuck up. You're an asshole, blah, blah. And then I think it was the fight between him and Deku at night. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, fuck, I like you now.
I didn't really, I think I saw it a little bit more objectively. I was like, they're like young kids. I don't really, like he was like, what, 14, 15, I think when that would have happened. Yeah. But I think I don't like the ship. That's for sure.
Oh, no.
I think yeah. I think it's.
I'm not even going to touch on that because
No.
I don't want to. Oh, fuck. Naruto. Mm-hmm. So I've had now 2 people not including you, so 3 now,
Mm-hmm.
that absolutely fucking love Naruto. And I kind of asked them the same question, which is why.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Naruto was then after my hyperfixation of My Hero ended, it was then a year and a half of Naruto, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'm still kind of in the Naruto one. I'm trying to,
Okay.
well, I'm like watching One Piece now,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to get into One Piece.
Yeah.
But
You just love long anime. Holy
I do.
shit.
I do. And I don't know why, because I don't have the time for it.
Yeah, I was going to say.
do.
Shit.
So I think what did it with Naruto for me, I loved the story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I keep am I breathing weird into the mic
No,
right
you're
now?
good.
Okay. I loved the story. I loved it so much. I loved the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the arcs so much, and I love Naruto as a character. I think he's so great, so cool. I'm a Sasuke hater. I'm a Sasuke
So am
hater,
I.
but he's
So am
not.
I.
He's really not in there too much. He's really
No?
not in there too much. No.
Oh, wow.
No, when
Okay.
he leaves, when he dips,
Yeah.
we have a lot of Naruto doing like some other shit. And then when the new Team 7's formed with Sai, oh, I lost my fucking shit. I love Sai. That was great. Do not give a fuck about Sasuke. I really don't.
Yeah.
But everyone else, I love. I don't know why people are Sakura haters. I don't get it. She slays.
She's
She's great.
Like I said, I think it was the episode with Sam. Like I've watched through the first arc now, and I'm like, fuck. Like I like this. Like
Yeah, just-
like I was working on like I was just editing or whatever. I was working on stuff, and then this big fight happens, and I'm like, I just stop and I went, oh fuck.
Which one?
It's between the ice.
Oh yeah.
what's her-
Haku and
Haku, yeah.
mhm.
And I'm like, oh fuck, there's this fucking shonen fight. God damn it.
No, yeah, that one's really cool.
Yeah.
Kakashi freaking slayed the house
Yep.
down in that
Yep.
one.
I was like, what's gonna happen? I mean, I know it's nothing bad's gonna go down, but because it's the first fucking arc. But I'm just like, what's gonna happen? What about his eye?
Yeah, and you got to get to the Chunin exams.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just again, I'm not. So I probably don't watch shonen for the right reasons. Like I really don't care about fights and all that shit. I just like the power of friendship and how like accidentally gay the writers make everybody. Because like I think they're. It's not their fault, I guess,
Yeah.
that they don't know how to write a relationship between like a man and a woman.
Yeah.
So just the relationship between the two besties is so
Gay, yeah.
homo romantic.
Yeah.
Which love that for me, right?
Yeah, of course.
So just it's just so good. And then I don't know, like I didn't watch all of Naruto. I watched up to the Chunin exam, then I read the rest. Because
Okay.
again, you know me, I don't watch anything. I just read it all.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the time to sit and watch, but I do normally have time to sit and read. So
Yeah.
I read the whole thing.
Yep.
And I read it all in 3-4 weeks.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
That
is a lot of fucking manga. Jesus.
I was very invested, very into it.
Fuck.
And then something else I like about it a lot too is that there's a good amount of characters, but there's not too many that are brought in that are like just there and then they're gone, which I'm finding that's happening a lot right now with My Hero.
That's good.
In this war, which has
Yeah.
been another thing that's kind of making me turned off from it.
Okay.
Is that there's so many of these people being brought in for seemingly no reason, and then your main people are just forgotten, pushed back to the side. Like
Yeah.
there's so many of the students we haven't seen in literally a year or two now because of how long this war has been going on.
Yeah.
And there's all these other people who have never been introduced, never been shown before. And I guess it's cool, but it's not because it's not a character who I've known and I've grown to like have any sort of feeling for it. I don't have any feeling for it. So I don't care when they die or when something happens to them or when they're hurt. I'm like, okay, next.
Yeah.
But with Naruto, you have time to learn who these people are. Like you get to meet all the Hokages, you get to meet all of like people from the different villages and stuff, and all these things happen before the big final fight. So you learn who they are, you get to meet them and care about them, and then so when things start to really happen and pick up, it just seems it was a lot more meaningful and impactful for me. Whereas in like My Hero, they all just are showing up, one after the other when the fight's already happening. So I'm like, what is going on right now? You know, where are the people I care about?
Yeah.
You know,
to go off on that, like My Hero point it's a very good, very, very valid critique, because like I am just noticing that now as well. Like I don't remember the last time I heard from Sero, like Tape Arms.
Yeah, or like freaking Kirishima Kaminari.
Yeah. Shit.
I know.
Like, and like Shoji is one of my favorite like characters in the whole series, and his like little fight with who he fights against, the whole sequence was absolutely beautiful, and something we don't see a lot in shonen. It was a very very like how do you say metaphorically heavy arc.
Yeah,
I'd say. But yeah, fuck.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just can't find it in me to care about a lot of these like pro heroes that are just coming and going.
Oh yeah,
I just don't. Some of them have cool designs, I guess.
Yeah.
But they're there for 2, 3, maybe even 1 chapter, and then they're gone.
Yeah.
And it's been dragging out for so long.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe people felt the same with Naruto, and it just didn't feel that way for me because I read it when it was done.
Yeah, true.
But I don't know, I just don't.
So, sorry. Did you read all of the first Naruto, or is just Naruto and Shippuden?
Naruto and Shippuden.
Oh,
yeah.
And
well, okay. Oh no, I guess I read past the Chunin exam.
Okay.
Which I don't think it's considered Shippuden until they leave to train.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's Shippuden. So I only watched up till the fights in the Chunin exam, and then I read like I watched Rock Lee and Gaara.
Yeah. And
then from there I read. So I read part of Naruto and then all of Shippuden.
Okay.
And I watched, I think, like, I don't know, freaking 30 episodes or something of Naruto. And then,
Jesus.
Read the rest.
Damn.
In literally a month. I think it was July last year.
That's insane.
Just the month of July.
I'm just
read it.
So fucking impressed. Jesus.
Well, just the job I had at the time. I didn't have to do literally anything. So I was just like, swipe, 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 swipe.
Yeah. I did that with Kimi ni Todoke this year, where I was just like, I would have downtime at work, and it would just be like,
swipe, swipe, swipe.
I went through that. I think it was 100 and something chapters in like a week and a half.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I might, because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been really paying as much attention to My Hero because I've been so disconnected with what's happening.
Yeah.
I might try again once this is concluded.
Yeah.
To see if I feel differently. Because again, who knows how I would have felt if I was reading or watching Naruto when it was airing.
Yeah.
Because it could have taken the same amount of time. I don't know. But I didn't. So for me, it was a really good experience. And I obviously love the story. Like, I mean, I'm cosplayed so much from it. I've made so many friends. And in the community, I've had such a great time. So, yeah. But I did too with My Hero, obviously. Like, I that's what got me really into cosplaying.
Yeah.
So I will always have a soft spot in my heart, and Miss Sue will always be my number one girl. If only anyone gave a fuck about her.
Yeah, literally.
Horikoshi.
Yep.
One day maybe. One day he'll maybe give a fuck about.
Maybe he'll give a fuck about
the girls
sometimes.
But other than having them to freaking get killed or lose a leg. But anyways.
Yeah, whenever he draws a buff woman, I'm like, she's gone in like three chapters.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I always think, like, I wish that he would have either just made it a gay romance or he would have just made Todoroki a girl. Because, like, if he wants us to have it to be like, I don't know, because maybe it's just me looking at it from too much of like a shonen-y perspective, but every shonen always has the 2 guys and the main girl.
Yeah.
You know, they always do.
Yeah.
This one just has the 3 guys. So already you're kind of women hating here. And then the love interest is someone who none of the characters really give a fuck about.
Yeah, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
I
so
thought,
like they should just make Todoroki a fucking girl.
Yeah, it's true. When Ochako did that whole like megaphone speech thing, I thought this is it. This is where we're gonna get some kind of like Deku being like, oh my god, she did this for me. That's fucking awesome. Because I love that speech and it's beautiful. Like Horikoshi wrote that. Fucking, I shed a tear. Legit. I was like, fuck yeah, because I do like a Choco.
Yeah,
I do. But nothing fucking happened.
Nothing.
With that.
And
Nothing.
then freaking Bakugo was like, sorry, and Deku's fucking tears in his eyes, like,
I know.
Oh, bestie.
Yeah, and
that
I was
is
like,
okay,
no,
bestie.
I'm like,
okay,
you're just feeding
bestie.
the
Oh,
the shippers. Yeah.
I don't understand why so many of these authors just can't write a relationship between a man and a woman.
It's so funny.
And then something too with like Naruto. Like he doesn't give a fuck about Hinata ever.
No.
Or like and when he does, it's so random. Like no interaction. Suddenly he's like, I'm gonna kill everyone because something happened to her.
Yeah.
No interaction. I'm gonna kill everyone because something happened to her.
Goku. That's the Goku way of parenting and being a husband. Straight up.
So
that's
crazy.
The blueprint
But then with Sasuke, he's like, I'm gonna run across the world and do all this shit to bring him back. But that's just my buddy, though.
Yeah. We're just roommates. It's fine. Yeah.
I love shonen.
Yeah, literally. It's like,
yeah. So
I'm
good.
trying to think. I am reading a shonen romance right now,
Mm-hmm.
and it's actually really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought it was gonna like drag on, and you know how I love when romances drag on
Mm-hmm.
and then don't get together until like the final thing, right?
Yeah,
I fucking hate that. But this one, I was like, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say which one because I don't want to spoil anything. But I was like fucking 90 chapters in, they get together. I was like, holy shit.
Love that for them.
We're breaking the mold here.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. And then there's Rent a Girlfriend who's on chapter 304.
Yeah, and they're just like now realizing that they might like each other.
Yep. Some people are thinking they're going to go straight to marriage.
As they should.
That would, I would straight up be like, well, I'm done. I'm done.
Well, they've basically been dating the entire time, right?
I know, literally.
So, yeah.
Literally.
And I don't know, like Black Clover's kind of the same. Like Asta doesn't, he doesn't acknowledge.
Yeah.
And like, cause every fucking girl he meets fucking falls in love. Like they all fall in love with him, and he doesn't acknowledge it. He doesn't see it.
Yeah.
But they also don't then make it that he's like, oh, I'm going fucking crazy over this girl.
Yeah.
Like for the most part, he's like, I will help, but like, especially with Noelle, he's like, Noelle is strong.
Yeah.
She can do this herself. She can handle it herself. Right.
I love that.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them.
It's like fucking. I love the part in Jujutsu Kaisen where Nobara asks Yuji about Maki, and he gets scared. He's like, "Mom, Maki's great, she's great." Because like she's scary. She is scary. Like, yeah.
Love Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah. Speaking of greatly written female characters, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, fucking.
Like it's clearly possible.
It is clearly
it's not
possible.
hard.
Yeah. Hell's Paradise.
Like
Great written female characters.
I just don't know why more people can't do it.
I don't know.
But maybe it's like they just need the longevity, because like these are all ones that are a lot shorter, you know? So maybe it's something to do with that.
Demon Slayer is not that bad. Demon Slayer's kind of, again, Demon Slayer's the basic, like, run-of-the-mill kind of, but the female characters are pretty well written.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they're bad.
Yeah. No, and I think, like, out of any kind of shonen, I think, like, Mitsuri and, like, Iguro is, like, the best.
Oh.
Like, it's
so pure.
So tragic, so romantic, so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Mitsuri's still my favorite Hashira. Like, because I hadn't read that arc that just came out, so I didn't know much about her. And so that whole episode of her backstory, I was like, I'm in love. And like, I was like, she's a strong woman.
And just so good. But again, shit like that, like, crazy to think Naruto. Like, you don't even get that for Sakura.
Nope.
Like, she's the main freaking girl in the show. And she doesn't even get a freaking episode about her background?
Nope.
Like, what the hell?
Yep.
I don't understand this shit.
Yep.
I don't get it.
I know the Naruto.
All you get for Ochako is that her parents are freaking
poor.
And for poor, they like are probably minimum wage or not even minimum wage, like middle class.
They own like a construction company.
What?
Yeah. Or,
how the fuck is that poor?
I don't know. Maybe they're not doing a lot of construction.
I thought they were like, I don't know, like bank tellers or something.
No, I think they own a construction thing. That's why she wanted to help move the stuff. And they're like, no, you don't have to help.
Maybe they suck at that building.
Maybe. I don't know. Like,
but like, yeah, that's all you get.
Yeah.
That's all you get for any of them is just like what their family does. You don't get actual like what happened when they grew up, all that shit.
Yeah. Well, that's again going off on the romance anime.
Yeah.
Is like I fucking hate when it just ends and they're together, ends. Yeah. I want to see the relationship blossom. I rooted for these characters for fucking 100 chapters to get together. I want to see what happens.
I was so glad that happened for Fruits Basket.
Oh my god.
So glad.
So happy.
Especially because you had to wait so long for it to happen.
Yeah.
Because I didn't mind
Have you seen the remake?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
I didn't mind the ending in the original one.
Yeah.
Like I liked that it was kind of like just cute and like a little ambiguous, you know? I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
But I did like the remake a lot.
Again, I saw the remake first, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Moon it was her favorite, like one of her favorites growing up. So she's like, "Oh, we're gonna watch the remake." I was like, "Okay, I know nothing about this series," and then we watch it, and I was like, "Well, that's one of my favorites now." And I still to this day think that the third season is one of the most beautifully animated seasons of anime I've ever seen.
So good.
It is like anime movie quality, like it's just so fucking beautiful.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah. And like imagine not knowing what happens and being like, oh my god. Oh, it's just gonna end like that? Cool. Great. I have to wait a week? Fuck.
I know, yeah, like because I never read the manga or anything when I watched the original one.
Yeah.
So I did assume that's just how it ended. It was just Kyo goes freaking full on zombie cat mode.
Yeah.
And then Toru saves him with the power of, friendship and love.
Yeah.
And then all three of them run off into the sunset, and that's the end. I was like, oh, that's fine. That's nice. Yeah. That's nice. But then I freaking love her and Kyo.
Yeah.
So cute.
Is IMA in the original?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think
because I don't remember seeing like pictures of him in the original.
I think so, but I think it was probably pretty brief.
I love that Chris Sabat voices him. It is my fucking favorite. The fact that Chris had to say "I'm a bottom" all the way that is one of the most out of pocket fucking lines I've ever heard in an anime, and I fucking love it. I quote it all. "I'm a bottom all the way," and it's like so fucking good.
Another one I love that he does is an Orin High School Host Club.
Yeah.
He voices, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay, there's that red-haired guy that is like, he comes off so mean, but he just wants to like make friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's Chris Sabat, the voices
shit,
him.
I didn't know that. Fuck. Man.
So fun.
I love that.
I still can't believe he's not freaking Toji. I'm so mad about that.
I know. He would have been perfect.
I know.
Yep.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being on.
Oh, thank you for having me. It was so fun.
No problem. Where can the lovely people find you?
They can find me on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok at It Girl Froppy. Yeah.
I do say follow her on Twitter because it's fucking hilarious. Is the amount of shit that
you're gonna see a lot of old man yaoi if you follow me on Twitter though.
The amount of shit that comes on my fucking page that I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna scroll up.
A lot of old man yaoi. Okay?
A lot of old man yaoi. I love old men. You can follow me at Corky Cosplays everywhere, or on Instagram, and then Adam Corky everywhere else. Donate to the Ko-fi for a little shout out on the podcast, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.